Okay guys, today is the day. Picked up a bunch of lumber yesterday at Home Depot. We've got our big old header here that we're gonna use for the garage door opening. Got a bunch of 2x4s. Hopefully I got enough. I didn't really do a whole lot of calculating. Picked up a bunch more PVC pipe. Abel's in the back right now getting all of the sprinkler system set up back there. And geez guys, it has gotten crazy. I mean, a 10-foot stick of 3/4 now is almost $8 in Home Depot. There's a lot of $8 right there. Shoot, this 4x right here, this was $85 for that header. This place has gotten expensive quick. So Abel's already got the sprinklers in the planters here. You can kind of see them right there. There's one, and there's a bunch all down the line here, and they're just gonna be little side shooters going down. And then again, we're putting them where the turf's gonna be. That way it'll rinse off the turf. So there'll be a sprinkler there, there. So 3 per side of the fire pit. We've got both OBSs working today. We got the gravy OBS out front right there. That's got all my lumber in it. And then we've got the single cab OBS out back here because, well, she has all my tools in it. And the backfilling that we did yesterday makes a nice little road that we can drive around the wall, which is perfect for getting up close to the garage here. Now, I know I've mentioned it before. I'm not a framer by trade. However, you know, I think I do okay at it. So now we got to figure out the size of garage we're going to put in here. Single car garage doors go up to about 9 feet wide, and I kind of want to maximize our width. This garage right now is currently 14 feet wide, which is actually a lot bigger than I thought I was going to end up with. If you remember, this area used to be kind of part of the garage, but we made that the second bedroom. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go obviously center here. We'll pull back 4.5, 4.5, and that'll give us our 9-foot opening. We're probably gonna actually end up working out almost to where that header is, but that header is gonna be coming out. We're gonna be putting in our new one, which is bigger and obviously longer to cover the span. And gotta get all this done because we are going to be drywalling this thing here pretty shortly. So we've got a lot of work to do to get it ready for drywall. Chugging along here, I've brought my main helper out here, Gunner. Gunner, say hi to the channel, buddy. You haven't been on in a minute. For all of you wondering, Gunner is doing absolutely fantastic. After his ear surgery, everything's gone great. The ears actually reattached themselves, or like the ear, I don't know, hematoma. I just made that sound way more gruesome than it is. Anyways, he had a bunch of blood in his ears from smacking him on something when he shook his head. And well, safe to say that surgery was a success. So, over here, kind of halfway demoing it, building back what I need. So I've got my jack studs and my king studs over here. And I'm gonna do the same here before we go to remove everything. But I hate working inside these walls. These walls are disgusting. They're covered in dirt and dust and wasp nests and poop from who knows what kind of animals. Thankfully, Chava did an awesome job yesterday of getting it all cleaned out, but it's been a gross one. Go ahead and just put a little bit of temporary bracing in, but as I've been demoing this part of the wall, I've noticed that if I try to pry on any little bit of board or something, the stucco starts to kind of push off, as you can see right here where it's cracked. I don't want to risk cracking it way past where we need to, so Abel and Hefe right now are getting it all cut all the way around where our new opening's going to be. That way I don't end up cracking it way back all the way over to this corner or something like that. because I was prying on some wood, especially getting that old header out. That's gonna be quite the task and not fun. So it's better that we cut it ahead of time now. That way any damage that's done is on the piece that's already gonna come out. Now, the part that's gonna fight us is getting this old header out. Sorry for the light, it'll adjust here in a second. Because when they staple this wire and lath, or wire and paper onto the framing, you can see there's pretty good sized staples there, and they run all the way down the framing. And I can only imagine when they have open range like this, they just shot a ton of staples in it. Well, if you try to pry this out against the stucco, you're gonna start to push the stucco and crack it. And well, as you can see from here up, this stucco is gonna stay. From down here, we don't really care what happens in here. That's why we pre-cut it. But we still have to get this much of beam or header out of here without cracking the stucco. So it's gonna be very delicate. Thankfully, this is just a doubled up 2x12, 2x10. So we're gonna try and peel the first one off, see if that opens it up to where we can like maybe get in there and cut the staples. It's gonna be very delicate.
Yeah, we might just get it to flip this way first.
Yeah, that's fine. Go look outside. Yeah, you're pushing it out. Yeah, you got a crack already. One little crack right there.
I might have to see if I can pry it to go up.
It's not strong enough to keep back like crazy. So at some point here, once we get that header separated, this entire thing's just gonna fall. There'll be nothing holding it at that point. So right now, the only thing holding this wall up is these two 4x4s on either side of the old barn door opening.
No, it's clear. It's clear.
So let me see over. You might be hitting this T-post outside. Well, the bottom plate's gonna hold it too, so you're gonna have to just push past that. Mr. Lalo. Push. Push. Espérate, espérate. Ahí está, Ivo. Yeah.
There be light. The beams are sitting on the.
Yep. Now that we got our opening opened up, I'm gonna get my 4x12 header cut here, and I am triple checking this thing because I have been known to cut a header short. So we don't wanna do that. It's another $100 gone plus time, and I don't wanna leave this open without the header in it because, well, I kinda went very minimalist there on my support system.
Oh, that's gonna go. Maybe Evo on the ladder, somebody on the ladder. We can get you up. Come on. That's me.
¿Qué piensas tú? ¿Qué no?
Sí, hit it.
Come
Alrighty, y'all, the opening is all framed up. Hopefully you guys can see, the light adjusts there. I've got all my blocking in, our cripples are up top there. Getting everything cleaned up. Obviously, we still have to cut the concrete stem wall down there to open that up. Then we got to pour basically a little ledge that's going to be in there. It'll kind of make sense the day that we do it. Now we can take down our temporary supports here because we no longer need them. Watch your head. Well, y'all, we are moving right along. All the sprinklers are in, able to do a killer job getting that in. We've got everything set up over here to do the valves. I just need to get a T to T off of the existing water line right there. We're going to tee down, and then that's how we'll get our water to all the sprinkler valves, and then so able to get everything set up right here. There is an existing timer, which is actually pretty new, so we're going to end up using this booger right here because she's pretty new and she works. This garage door is it's pretty big, and hopefully you guys don't see the snot running down my nose, but I'm already hurting from my allergies. It's going to be a rough next couple of days. But yeah, this is a massive garage door. I hope I got my dimensions right. We still need to put our jamb in, so still gonna eat up 1.5 inches all the way around. Haven't exactly decided how I'm gonna do that jamb yet, or what material I'm gonna use, or if we're gonna go 2x6 and make it like kind of stick out a little bit. That is to be determined. I was going off the old interwebs, and supposedly 9 foot by 8 foot tall is about as big as you can go with a 1-car garage. So hopefully those are readily available enough to where it's not one of those like oddball sizes that cost me $1 million. So we've got actually new renters moving in today. Unfortunately, I wish I had the garage finished prior to them moving in, but it is what it is. The main reason this area is even getting as finished as it is because this is also the laundry room. So I don't like laundry rooms that are in open studded garages. To me, it drives me crazy. So kind of the reason we're doing everything we're doing is that this is gonna get drywalled tomorrow. Well, if we're gonna drywall it, we might as well get the garage door opening exactly how we want it before we drywall it, and then so on and so forth, and then you trickle down the line and all of a sudden you spent way more money than you planned on. We've already patched the stucco all the way around. Shout out to the homie Mike for sending his guy out here and getting this all nice and patched up. I've got my garage door jamb installed right here, and this is just a treated 2x6. And what I did, and I kind of just read on some garage door forums online, I've never dealt with garage doors. They said make this opening a 1/2 inch smaller than the door because the door sits on the back side right here. And if you make it a 1/2 inch smaller, you got better chances of sealing your door. Obviously they put in that little weather stripping seal in the front of it there, but we went a 1/2 inch smaller, plus the weather stripping is about a 1/2 inch. So we got our best chance of sealing any rodents and stuff from getting inside the garage. So this will be a garage door that's already on order. That'll show up as soon as this gets drywalled. We then went ahead and adjusted our electrical. We had this existing light right here. I like to have little wall sconces on the sides of the garage door, so we just basically mimicked where that one was on this side and put a new box in right there. So they're kind of high, I will admit, but we just mimicked that one, so that's where the height lived. Went ahead and pre-wired up for a bunch of recessed lighting that's gonna go in the garage here, and then put in our outlet right there for our garage door motor. I also went ahead and put an outlet over here because I wasn't sure if I was gonna run one of like the side mount motors, which is like the new style of doing things, and it's honestly better, or if I was gonna go with the traditional motor that mounts up on the ceiling. We ended up going with the traditional one. The side mount motor still, it's a couple $100 more. And you guys know, I don't penny pinch, but at the same time, I put so much money in this place. A couple $100 here and there adds up quick. Now today, while I wait for the new renters to move in, and we're pretty excited to have these new renters. I doubt I'm gonna show them on the channel. I like to just keep who's renting this place private, just for their own privacy. Right now I'm running around, I'm putting all my blocking in because if you guys can see kind of where this, if you were to put drywall this way, there's nowhere to screw it in on the sides right there. There's a little strip right there that they used to hold up like the old, I don't even know, whatever that material is right here, which is what was in this place when this was a horse stall. But this needs to come out, and then we need to put some backing in. That way when they run the drywall, they have somewhere to butt in and screw the drywall in on the edges. Otherwise the edges are just gonna be flopping. So I'm running around doing that while I wait for the new renters to show up. And there's really not gonna be much we're doing today other than this. Making progress though, making progress. I'm excited for this garage door opening. Now, I don't know what the Cursorino Ranch is, but anytime we're doing a drywall work out here, you can see the weather's like this. Problem with weather like this is, well, the drywall mud won't dry when it's wet, cold, and rainy. I took off yesterday. The drywall guys got everything hung and then just did one quick coat of mud all over everything. It's a garage. We're not gonna go too crazy with it. So let's just get it drywalled so it's not gross and dirty open studs. And then, yeah, I'll show you guys that in a second. We got Bubs out here. Bubs, what's up, buddy? Say hello. Oh, yep, good head scratches. We got one of the baby goats. And, well, unfortunately, we only have one of our baby goats. The coyotes have been absolutely freaking relentless as of the last couple of weeks. We are down one of our goats, which was definitely our favorite one. Don't tell this one. This one's obviously now our favorite one. We're down 2 cats, a lot of peacocks, and a lot of guinea hens. And I've been doing my best to combat these guys, but without some thermal optics, it's a little tough out here to get the coyotes. And well, you know, they're expensive. We got this guy. He's gonna patrol the grounds at night, right, Chris? Yeah. Oh. This space already looks a million times better with drywall in it. It just looks cleaner. It looks more finished. Typically, do a couple coats, sand it, texture it, all that. Again, it's a garage. I'm not that concerned about it. And honestly, we should primer it before we do the electrical, but we don't have time. Our tenants moved in, they need their laundry room all set up, so we're just gonna roll, put the electrical in, we'll probably roll some primer on the walls and call it good. Obviously, again, everything was already pre-wired thanks to the homie Danny over at Livewire Electric. Got everything done. Drywall has cut all the holes. We're just gonna pop in the lights, pop in the outlet right there we're actually not even gonna end up using that garage door motor on the side there. We're gonna go with the top mount garage door, but now we're going around trying to figure out where the electrician was grabbing hot from, or basically where it was starting. And a lot of these things are kind of daisy chained together. And we had checked everything and nothing here was hot. So we're like, oh, well, the last outlet we have not checked is the one right there for the garage door motor. So I kind of set my ladder over here and started climbing, and this entire rack, because this drywall's leaning up against it, dumb move on my part, started falling, and I was able to lean back and hold the rack up, but this door was leaning there, and well, she took a tumble, put a nice chunk in the drywall right there, and well, yeah, kind of broke the door jamb. Granted, I don't really know what I was gonna do with this one. I have a horrible habit of not returning stuff to Home Depot that I don't use, so that door's just been kind of floating around because I decided not to use that style inside the guest house. But yeah, that could have gone a lot worse than it did. We survived. We also found out that that's where our hot stems from. So, Chris, you got that? Patch that up real quick. The mud's still wet, so. It seems like anytime we pour concrete out here, it's 120 degrees, and anytime we do drywall stuff, it's cold and rainy and super moist to where the drywall mud's not gonna dry. That's just our luck out here. We're gonna move along. We're gonna get all the electrical done and go from there. Lights are all installed. Pretty much all the outlets are installed. Chris is working on the one hot one up there. Well, obviously we hit the breaker now, but that's the one that's gonna kind of daisy chain a bunch of this stuff together. And then from there, we'll figure out what wires are the switch for the lights, what wires the pass through, because the animal stalls pass through, which was a junction box right there, but we're gonna use that as a double outlet now. We just got a couple more outlets in here, you know? It's not gonna be anything too big running in here other than the washing machine, the dryer's gas, and then those are already on their own dedicated circuits. What's that?
So you put the Ferrari in here.
Oh, is this where our Ferrari's gonna go? Apparently I don't have the YouTube Ferrari money. I must be doing something wrong. I haven't figured that one out yet. While Chris is making the last connection over there to our lights, we're gonna try and fit an occupancy sensor in that switch. Basically what that is it's like a motion sensor. So when somebody comes in the room, the lights will turn on. Reason being is we never had an outlet in this wall. This wall was already kind of framed and drywalled up. So I didn't really want to cut it open to put a switch right here. So instead, once you come out the door into what is the laundry room, the motion sensor right there will kick all the lights on, instead of you having to walk over there in the dark to find the light switch. I'm also going ahead and testing out all the laundry hookups here. Again, this whole place is gonna get primered and painted, or probably just primered. But I want to get the washing machine all tested up, cleaned out, and then we got to bring the dryer up. It's down at the main house. Get that set up. We are waiting on the propane tank that has been ordered, and the company's coming out to install that in, I think, this week sometime. I don't really know. So obviously we can't run the dryer without the propane. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have lights. Great job, Chris. Good work, buddy. Good work. He was able to get the old motion sensor in there. We have acquired the dryer in the back of Chris's truck here. Trying not to fall out. Mainly trying not to drop the dryer here. So we're just gonna set this in there for today. Obviously, again, nothing's getting hooked up until the propane service is hooked up to the house. Okay, y'all, well, I went ahead and primed the entire garage last night. Well, yesterday into last night. I just noticed there's a couple little splotchy spots, especially on the ceiling there. But it's a garage. I'm not gonna take it any further than I did, other than I do still need to kind of cut in on all the corners. But I wanted to get the bulk majority of the rolling done because today we've got the garage door going in, which also means I've got like 20 minutes to paint this jamb, because it's gonna be a lot easier to paint the jamb now than after they apply their little weather stripping, little whatever it's called on there. So I'm gonna race right now to get this painted. Well, I was able to get the important parts done, which is the inside, well, this inside face and this inside face. I still gotta do the outside, but we'll do that after the garage door gets installed because, well, the garage door has just pulled up right there. Okay guys, well, I have been so tied up with SEMA stuff the last couple of days. I wasn't even here when they finished the garage door, so this is kind of my first look. I still got to paint that little outside edge of the jamb there, so don't worry about that being brown. But check out the size of this garage door. This thing is a freaking monster. Jeez, look at this. Oh, I love it. Like, my trucks would actually fit in here if we really wanted to go that route. Let's see. First open here. Again, I've not been here since this has been finished, so look at this. Look how sick this is. Oh, I'm so stoked. This guest house has come such a long ways since when I ended up buying this place. I'm so stoked. We got like a little smart meter on here. Is that an occupancy sensor too? Tells us the temperature. So another huge thing checked off the list, and that's gonna put a wrap on this project. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now, though. Do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like, get a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.